But freedom also requires that you have the guts to choose and that you know what you want. And that is what we call psychological freedom. And you have social freedom. And for instance, euthanasia is allowed, but you have also psychological freedom that you dare to do it. And well, we were very puzzled why the French are less happy than the Dutch and the Danes. And we looked at all factors, and what we found, the only big difference was a difference in self-esteem. And so the Dutch and the Danes like themselves more than the French, which is strange because it's a proud the people. And then we delved deeper in it, and I think we found the clue in the education system. And we found data about what happens in the classroom. How, for instance, math is taught. And actually, you have two ways. One way in the class is that the teacher is the guide. So let's solve the surface of the circle. How do we do that? And the other is that the professor is in front and say, this is it, read the book, and you have a test. Well, countries differ in their educational culture. And actually, Denmark is at what we call the participative side. And the students, the pupil and the teacher participate in learning some things, whereas in France it's very directive. And actually the same as Japan, because the Japanese ever copied the French system. Well, what we believe is that if you expose young children in their adolescence, when they are in the secondary education, and when they are 5 to 6 years in a very hierarchical system, which in the case of France is also very selective. You pass not because you're good, no, you should be the best. And the same in Japan. And we think that undermines your self-esteem. And when your self-esteem is lower, then you have less psychological freedom. And for instance, if you make a big decision, you find a nice boyfriend, and you go to your mother and say, well, that's him. And mother says, no, that's not the right guy for you. If you have low self-esteem, you marry the guy, the ideal son-in-law of your mother, rather than your lover. And that will, in the long run, depress your happiness.